Now, what we need to understand, this is very important, is that in languages we're going to learn, we need to learn to make unaspirated, unvoiced PTKs. Okay, I'll say it again. We need to make unaspirated, unvoiced PTK, which sounds like a B, D, and G, but they're unaspirated, unvoiced. Now, in English, we have the aspirated. Kill, pill, till. Okay? And there's only one situation in English where we have the unaspirated and unvoiced. And that's when it follows an S. Skill, spill. You go kill and then spill, and there's no air coming out. Okay? Pill, spill, no air coming out. Till, still, no air coming out. Okay? And so we have to learn to make an unaspirated, unvoiced if it's in your language. Okay? And always use the back of your hand. Okay, exam time again. Here's 3 words. This means 100, this means meet, and this means to hit. Okay? We'll listen to them in Hokkien. If you just say each one.
Ba, ba, pa.
Okay? Say them again.
Ba, ba, pa.
You got that one this time, right? Yeah. Coming clearer? Yes. All right. I'm going to ask you now, I'm going to ask Annie to say it and then tell me, is it aspirated or unaspirated? Now, is air coming out or not? Is it voiced or unvoiced? Okay?
Ba.
Okay, say it again.
Ba.
Aspirated or unaspirated? Aspirated. Voiced or voiceless?
Voiceless.
Voiceless. Very good. Okay. Have this one.
Ba.
And say it again.
Ba.
Voiced or voiceless?
Voiceless.
Yeah, because we've been through that before. Aspirated or unaspirated? Unaspirated. Okay. Now, here we go.
Pa.
All right. Voiced or voiceless?
Voice.
No, it's actually unvoiced. Say it again.
Pa.
Yeah, it's unvoiced. It's the vowel that's probably confusing you. Aspirated or unaspirated? Aspirated. Pa. Mm-hmm. And this 3-way split comes in Hokkien, comes in Thai, Burmese, and Korean, and Lao. Okay? So you have to get used to this 3-way split. Any questions on consonants up to now? Okay? All right, now let's look at coming down nasals. We won't spend any time with that. There's ma, na, nga, that sort of thing. Okay? Let's move down to the fricatives. What a fricative is, if you think of the s or f or sh, what happens is the lips come very, or the tongue comes very close to a part of the mouth, but doesn't stop the air coming out. F, sh, s. Okay? That's not a problem. But what we have, which is not on this chart, is called affricates, which is a combination of a stop plus a fricative. All right? Let's take the word in English. Let's take the word in English. Chin. Okay? The CH in chin is a combination of a plosive, a stop, plus a fricative. Now, this isn't easy. This isn't easy. Anyone want to have a guess? It's a combination of a plosive and a stop. They're very close together. Chin. What's the stop? What's the plosive? Chin. This is very difficult. Chin. You want to have a guess? Chin. Our linguist here. Chin. It's a T followed by a SH. Okay? Chin. Chin. You start with a T, release the air, and followed by the SH. Okay? Now, the reason I mention this is, particularly say those who are doing Chinese, I use an example here, is that some romanization systems are not very good. There's one language, I forgot which one it is, I think it's Cantonese. It's better if you know Russian. It'll help. But in Chinese, let's take this word, meaning vegetable, crash when it goes down. This C is very unhelpful. I mean, they also have another word, C-A-N, meaning to attend something. Tan, okay? You look at it, it looks like can. But actually, it's a combination, this C, of a stop and a fricative. Can you tell me what's the stop and what's the fricative? Oh yeah, you got it right. But what sort of T? Remember, we're dealing with Chinese.
You mean like unaspirated is that
What? Is it aspirated or unaspirated?
Unaspirated.
Aspirated. So we put a little H there, so aspiration. And it's dental. And you're right, there's an S. Tan. So a T followed by S, and they use a C in the romanization, is very unhelpful.
Yes.
See what I mean? So be careful of certain romanization systems. It's worth checking it out with, say, the OMF supervisor. If there's a sound you think, something funny about this, go and ask them what the actual sound is. Okay?
Is it good in that setting just to ask your teacher? Okay,
Your
so
teacher couldn't do this bit. Your teacher wouldn't be able to tell
you
you.
can ask them where they're putting their tongue.
You can
Make that
also
sound.
look at your dictionary, the pronunciations on the
Yeah, good. Yeah, dictionary.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd go straight to OMF personnel or Wycliffe's or someone like that. Okay.
Rachel, you mentioned the dictionary. What kind of dictionaries are you referring to?
Yeah. No, go. Come in.
Well, most dictionaries have some kind of pronunciation after the words. I like the ones that have the International Phonetic Alphabet.
Yeah, that's what these charts have on the
Yeah.
International Phonetic Alphabet.
So there's some universal. Otherwise, you have to look up in the front of the dictionary what each little symbol sounds.
Yes. Beware of dictionaries that say this is the same as the English whatever. They're very dangerous, those sort of things. Okay. All right, let's move down to laterals, often the L. Let's go down to here. This is fun. An R sound, or whatever that means, can, in certain languages, a flap like that. Korean has it. Sorry, where's my thing? So I just want to look at the. Come here. Oh, here we are. How do you say that in Korean? Lil. Okay. And what happens is, if it's a flap, the tongue goes from the point of rest up, just like that. Just flaps up and down. Okay. You have this in languages, or what's my way? Japanese, Korean, Tagalog. Okay. The tongue goes up and down like that. But then certain languages has this rolled, this trilled R. Who can make it? Where he goes, "Woo!" Yes.
Right.
Yeah, come Scottish. Come on, our Scottish representative.
Right.
Yeah, isn't it lovely? I can't make it. Comes in Thai, Indonesian, and obviously therefore Malay. Okay, those going to Thailand. Let's hear it again. No, more. Let's make more of it. With the tongue. Everyone who can do it. Oh yeah, isn't that lovely? No, it's not much use of Mandarin. Then if you go to the bottom here, this what's called frictionless continuous or approximate. It's basically simply a Y or a W, generally speaking, a Y or a W when it comes at the beginning of a word, like in English word yes or was, where it looks like it's a vowel, but it acts as a consonant. So that's all it is. Basically Y's and W's that look like they're a vowel, but actually act like a consonant. There's nothing too much to get upset about. Okay? One other thing to do with consonants, before we move on to vowels, is in languages, there's unreleased consonants coming at the end of syllables. P, T, K. Where we say hut and let some air out, hut. When you have an unreleased PTK, I think it has in Thai, and certainly in Hokkien, no air comes out. I have a Taiwanese friend who says to me, Martin, let's go and eat at Pizza Hut. Okay? And he's using the Hokkien, Pizza Hut. Okay? And so with these unreleased, you make the sound, but no air comes out, even though it's aspirated sound. Pizza Hut. Okay? In Hokkien, the word 76 is literally 7, 10, 6. That's 76. And it has these. I want Annie to make. Could you cover? We don't want to look at your face. Can you first? Yeah, actually, yeah, that's fine. You just face the front. Can you say this in Hokkien?
七十六，
Okay. Say it again.
七十六，
And one of these was an unreleased P, one of these was an unreleased T, one of these is an unreleased K. Say it again.
七十六，
Okay. All right. Now, say then the 7, and we're going to guess which one of these it is. Okay.
七
It's the T.
It's the T. 10.
十
That's the B.
It's the P. What are you left with? The K. Yeah, thanks. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Chits up, la. Okay. Where you make the sound, but no air comes out. No air is released. Any questions on consonants before we move on to vowels? Actually, let's have a 5-minute break, okay? Let's just have a 5-minute break. I know you're too excited, I can tell. Let's begin to move on. You need the vowel chart now. Consonants are easier. I just remember David's question about, well, do we go by trying to mimic, copy the teacher, or do we think where should my tongue be and the shape of my lips? Consonants are easier because our tongue needs to be touching a particular place in the mouth. The problem with vowels is they're not touching a particular place in the mouth. R, E, O, A, O, or something. They're somewhere in the mouth. And that's what makes vowels more difficult to get right, because we have to go by feel. Okay? But 3 things you need to think about with a vowel. Is the tongue towards the front of the mouth, E, in the middle of the mouth, at the back of the mouth, U, okay? Is the tongue front, central, back? Are the lips unrounded, flat, E, or are they rounded, U? Okay? And the mouth, is it closed, E, or is it open, R? Okay? So 3 things. The tongue, front, center, back. The lips, unrounded or rounded. And the mouth, open or closed. And you need to think about that for each vowel sound. Okay? So, yeah, come in.
What's the difference between half closed?
No, I know. Did I alter it? Someone asked me that last notice. I thought, did I alter it on your chart? I haven't. I know I amended it somewhere. No. It should be lower mid and upper mid, if that sounds better. I'm still on some chart. Oops, sorry. Okay, thanks. Let's go. As I say, we have to go by feel. Okay. Let's work through these now. Have you said after me, the one at the top? E, as in heat. Sorry, I'll say E as like similar to heat. A as in 8. Air as in egg. And A. I'll use that. Okay, so go E, A, air, A, and A, A, E. So you should be able to feel your tongue going up and down. If you have problems, just see a doctor. Let's do it again. E, A, E. The difference between these two, this is what's called a tense one, E, and this is I, as in hit. So this is like in heat, and this is hit. Okay? You find some foreigners learning English, I heat him. Okay? And their problem is they're doing this instead of this. Okay? Now we come to the front rounded. So the lips are rounded, the tongue's at the front. We have this in Chinese. German has it. Yu. Yu. Oh, very nice, very nice. Okay. Now I need help with these. This is the French for fire. Can we have it? Oh yeah, come on, here we are. Okay. And this is the French word for butter. Beer. Okay. Let's hear this. Yu. Fire. And butter. Yeah. Okay. That's jolly good. Okay, right? Just check whether your language has these in. Now, we'll go to the unrounded. Now, the tongue is right at the top of the mouth, okay? We have this in Thai and Chinese. Yes. Si of silk, okay? This is the as in the German word for please. Bitter. Bitter. Or maybe British English, America, something like that. This is as in English word but. And this is when the doctor says, open your mouth wide and say, good. Okay. You got that one, that was good. Yeah, I think you practiced it before. So here we go. Say after me. Some people say the same sound for them all. Well, anyway, keep working at it. Okay. Now we'll go to the back. This is U. You have this in German. U. And this is we have this in Hokkien. Jin he. Sorry, at the back. And this is or, as in either or. And this is posh British English. I want a pot of tea. Pot. Okay. Okay, so U, and you work it out the other way. Okay. Now this is interesting, especially doing Japanese. Japanese, when it has certain borrowed words. How do you say ice cream in Japanese?
Ice cream.
Yes, at the end. Ice cream. Is that How do you say slippers in Japanese?
Slipper.
Oh, slipper, is it? Sorry. Give me another like ice cream. Motor, we have in Hokkien, we've got kiku, the kickstart of a motorbike. Kiku. Okay. This in many borrowed words in Japanese. Okay, it's unrounded. Okay, it's u is rounded, and this is unrounded. Or some people put it, ice cream. Everyone together? Ice cream.
That's the sound you get across the board in Japanese.
Oh, okay.
Japanese,
Yes.
they only have one U.
Yes, which is often on borrowed words, borrowed from English.
At the end, yeah.
Yes, it's at the end. Yeah, it's at the end. Okay. Any questions on the vowels? Yeah. Okay. One thing I would say is you need to note whether it's a pure vowel or a glide. In Chinese, what you have is the word for pig, which they spell this way, zhu. Yes, a lot of people say it like that, as though it's Jew. He's a Jew, all right? Now, what they're doing is, it's a pure vowel, so the tongue should be like this at the back. U, Ju. But what they're doing is they're substituting an English glide, Ju or soon, and just going here and then going back as a glide. So note, if the language is a pure vowel, don't make it a glide. In China, 9 out of 10 foreigners will go Jew. So the word to live, tone 4, Jew, which Ju, U. Okay? So note whether it's a glide or a pure vowel. Something different. Some languages you're going to do. Note whether it's whether they have a distinction between short vowels and long vowels. Yes. You have this in Thai. You have it in Cantonese. You can always tell a Cantonese speaker when they're talking Mandarin. Instead of saying chi fan, they say chi fan. Yes. They're using the long a, fan, instead of, in Mandarin, we only have the short a, fan. Okay? Normally, it's shown by 2 dots after the vowel, like that. Or sometimes, they double it. So note if the language has long and short vowels. Okay? Finally, on consonants and vowels, and I just want to say something on something else. Note whether it's a nasalized vowel. Okay? Remember we said that vowels, normally the air comes out through the mouth, so you go ah, and it stops, okay? And then M-N-N-G, it stops, okay? With nasalized vowels, the velum is in the middle, and the air comes out through the mouth and the nose at the same time. In Hokkien we have this. Ah. to bow down. Or to bend down. Ah, everyone together. Ah, yeah, you don't have to hold your nose. Just go. Ah, and God is love. 兄弟是听, okay? So notice a nasalized vowel. The air comes out through the mouth and the nose at the same time, okay? Sorry. Yeah, sorry, exam time with nasalized vowels, okay? One of these is nasalized and one is not. This means stream, a stream water, and this means a pit or a den, Daniel in the lion's den sort of thing. Okay? Thank you, Annie.
K, K,
One was nasalized, one was. Say it again.
K, K,
Which was the nasalized? Yeah, the second one. All right, say this one again.
K,
Yes,
K,
yes. We have a place in Taiwan, K Tao, Shito, and this one, Duan K. Yeah, nasalized. Yeah, okay, thanks, Annie. Okay. You okay with that? Any questions? All right, I'm going to move on just to rhythm. This isn't aerobic lesson. It's that's what I look at this. Just yeah. This I think is very important. Sorry, it's just Windows Media's come up. Come on. Anyway, I just want to look at rhythm for a few minutes. Rhythm is the sort of the timing or the beat of a language. Come on. Let's look at this sentence. In English speakers say, Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Okay? Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. So we group words together. But if it was a Chinese saying this, they would go, Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Please forgive me. It's interesting, when you're in China, you walk past the kindergarten in the morning. Good morning, teacher. See what I mean? Before you laugh too much, you just wait till what I'm going to tell you not to do when you learn Asian languages, okay? And so what we need to notice is where in English, what's called syllable timed, sorry, not syllable, it's called, anyway, in English we group words together. The boy is interested in enlarging his vocabulary. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. But in many Asian languages, like Chinese, it's more like soldiers marching. Boom, 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 boom. Okay? We'll just use these two. 我说他不老，不是他不好，他说往后，不是往右. Okay? It's more like, you see. And what Westerners or people who come from languages that like English way groups words together, if we're not very careful and we say, I want to try and talk this language faster, what we do is we carry our English rhythm or our mother tongue rhythm over to Chinese. 我说他不老，不是他不好, you see. 他说往后，不是往右, you see what I mean? And you've signed the death certificate to getting beautiful Thai or Chinese or whatever it is, okay? So do not ever say, I'm going to speak faster. Often it's to do with pride or whatever it is. And don't let your teacher say, well, if she says it, just ignore her. You should be talking faster by now. Speed, increase in speed should come imperceptibly, naturally, without realizing it. Once, especially with tonal languages, or you force yourself to speak up, to speed up, it'll never sound nice. And our goal is not only fluency, but also beauty. 我说他不老，不是他不好，他说往后，不是往右. Does that sound nice, Venus? Yes. Does this sound nice? 我说他不老，不是他不好，他说往后，不是往右. 好听哈。难听, yeah. Doesn't sound. Yeah. Yes, and you'll have it the rest of your life. Finally, and then we'll stop with this, I think. Notes, this is just put this in at the end. Note whether the language is spoken loudly or softly. What languages in East Asia are spoken more loudly? No, don't offend them. Yes, Cantonese. Yes, if you want to learn Cantonese and you go to Hong Kong, you don't need to go to a language school. You just sit on a double-decker bus. Kick it, cock, cock, you know. You want to try and find the volume switch, but there isn't one. Okay? What languages are spoken softly? Yes, Thai. Yes, don't ruin these beautiful languages, friends. Thai, spoken softly. I was in Bangkok. I go there each year to teach in Chinese, and I was in this Christian guest house, and I was talking in Chinese, and the leader, the Taiwanese leader, said, Martin, you must speak more softly, else they'll think you're angry. Okay? So yes, Thai and Japanese softly. When I was at Wycliffe, and I'll end with this happy story, with Wycliffe you do 3 weeks learning consonants and vowels, and then the next 3 weeks you learn a language. And I decided to learn Japanese, you see. So I sort of learned Japanese, I memorized my dialogue, and then when I went back to Taiwan, I saw Rieko, our Japanese OMFer, and I thought, I can now show her I can speak her language, you see. So I sort of rewound the tape in my mind, you see. Oji-sanga, Oba-sanga, Nihongo, so you see. And she said, stop, offensive to Japanese ear, you see. Japanese spoken softly, you see. So I rewound the tape. Oji-sanga, Oba-sanga, better. So note whether it's spoken loudly or whether it's spoken softly. Okay, let's stop there and go for lunch.